Oh,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today is my co-host, Kelsey.
Hey.
Here with another podcast for you. So, I'm super excited. Super pumped. Last podcast, I think it was last podcast, we talked about the whole World of Final Fantasy thing, and I talked about the fact that I wanted to play Final Fantasy 1, but I didn't have it.
Yeah.
I got it
Yeah.
now. I have 1 and 2. I'm so happy about that. So I can now officially start my adventure from the go. I was trying to get a little bit of inspiration for what I wanted my last panel to be, the one with Vincent, which at this point I already have it. But, I didn't know what I wanted it to be, so I was looking at some other panels trying to get, like some ideas of what I could do. And unfortunately, I didn't find that. But what I did find was a streamer, really awesome guy. I jumped in his stream because it said he was playing Final Fantasy 2. So I was very excited on how he was doing that since I can't. And I asked him and, told him what I was trying to do. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, I'll tell you what, go ahead and send me a friend request. He's like, you don't have to follow me if you don't want to. He's like, but I'm going to follow you because that's awesome. And I support all Final Fantasy players. He's like, and then I'll send you a message with the emulator and the 2 game files. So that way you can just download them and go. And boom. I mean, literally took me like an hour.
The shit out of that man, didn't you?
Oh, I followed the shit out of him. Yeah, absolutely. I was like, absolutely. I was like, I literally said, my guy, you just got to follow. And he followed me and stuff too. So.
That's exactly your kind of person too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm excited about what you're doing. Let me help you get there, and let me just send you off to go do this great thing. I'm not going to be threatened by the fact that you're doing a great thing. I'm just going to be excited about it. Like,
exactly.
That is your kind of human being.
But I thought what you would think is cool is that there's 6 different characters you can choose from on the first one. And back then it's like warrior, thief, black mage, white mage type deal. If you pick the thief, they have 6 randomly generated. You can name them, but they have 6 randomly generated names per class. And it's the same 6 just for that class. If you scroll through the ones of thief, I kid you not, 2 of those names are Biggs and Wedge. I kid you not, Biggs and Wedge are 2 of the fucking names for the thief class.
Oh God, I love that.
I was like, it's not bad enough that literally Sid is in every fucking video game, but we got Biggs and Wedge as the fucking thief class.
As thieves.
Oh man.
That's beautiful. That makes me happy to my core. I love that.
Right. So I haven't decided what I want to do yet. I know I want to get a black mage. I have to have black mage because that's like the original first concepts of Vivi. It's not actually Vivi, but like with the pointed hat and the whole blue cloak with the black face and the yellow eyes. Like that's his first appearance-ish, if you will. So I was like, I gotta have a black mage and I gotta name it Vivi. That has to happen. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with everybody else yet. So we'll see. We'll see.
So do you build a team? Is that how that works?
You get to choose 4 out of the 6, and then that's your team. And then
okay.
You go in. And that's your peeps. Like you're rolling that team for what I know. You're rolling that team through the entire game. So there might be at some point you can change characters out because there's a red mage, a white mage, a black mage, a warrior, a monk, I think, a thief. I think that's it. There might be another character.
Now, can you choose 4 all the same type of thing, or do you have to actually?
Yeah, you can choose 4 warriors if you wanted to. I'm not.
But it's probably just gonna like screw you over as far as like various puzzles and things like that.
Oh
that
yeah,
you have to
absolutely.
accomplish.
Like, I'm definitely gonna get a black mage because they're normally the best as far as like power is concerned. Kind of iffy between a black mage and a red mage, but I mean he looks like Vivi, so it's definitely going to the black mage. And gotta have the white mage. Like you don't ever sleep on a white mage. That's just stupid in any RPG. You never sleep on the white mage. That's your healer.
Yes.
And then
that's fair.
I know I'm going to warrior. I just don't know if I really want a thief. I don't know. That one I'm iffy. I don't want to. The red mage looks cool, and I want the red mage, but I don't want to have 3 spellcasters and 1 physical. I want to have it evened up.
That seems a little weak.
Yeah, I want to have it evened up. So I need some tanks. So who knows? Maybe I'll do 2 warriors. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. We'll figure it out. But yeah, very little customization. But that's all you can do is just pick the different. They all look exactly like if I pick the 4 warriors, they all look the exact same. It's just copy paste. So, but it's the newer
Oh.
versions of them that got remade, so that's pretty cool too. It's very pixelated, obviously, but just like the world maps and stuff, like look a little bit brighter and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to start this journey. I think I'm gonna start that this weekend. Is just jump starting off with the first Final Fantasy, and then World of Final Fantasy would be something I would do more in my free time because it doesn't really have like a crazy story to it, to where like
So you
this
can
is
drop
like
it
the
and pick it
actual
back up, and it's not going to
correct.
hurt you at all.
No, not at all. So it's more about capturing fucking Pokemon than anything else. So yeah, which I finally had to give up a fight. I got in a fight where I had to give up. It was fucking two holy dragons, and I would kill one and get the other one down low, and then as soon as he dropped low, he automatically clicked raise, and it would raise the other dragon back to life. And then he would cast heal right afterwards, and then it would go to the other dragon, and he would cast heal on himself. And when it got back to that dragon, he cast heal again. So within a turn, he
Oh
would have been
no.
resurrected and got like over almost 1,000 health within a turn. And
Oof.
I was doing tops like 250 damage a hit. I was
Oh ho
like,
ho. So there's no
yeah.
way you were ever going to win that fight.
Yeah, I mean, I tried multiple strategies all within the same fight, just focusing one dragon all the way down, then trying to focus the other one, then sitting there and focus them both down to low, and then killing off one and try to double focus the other one. And then I tried the whole thing where one side of the team specifically just attack this dragon, one side of the team specifically just attack this dragon. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't fucking do enough damage to keep them down. I was like, fucking A, dude. I mean, they were
How
way
long
above
do
me in
you
level.
go? How long do you go before you're actually like, all right, I'm Googling this to see what the answer is?
I normally don't ever do that.
You don't.
No.
Hmm.
I come from a gaming household where the only cheat I ever looked up in my entire life when playing like an actual game like that was in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time to get the big Goron sword. Is the only, and it wasn't even a cheat. It was more of like a fact walkthrough or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that was like the only time I've ever done anything like that. I've pride myself on the fact that I've never used a single walkthrough or anything to complete a Zelda game from start to finish. The Begoron sword wasn't something needed. It was something that you could just go get, and I didn't do that until like my fourth playthrough of the game. I didn't even know it was a thing. And then I ended up getting the handle, and it was like, oh, the big Goron sword. I was like, I wonder how you can use this. And I ended up looking up online, and it was like, oh yeah, you got to go do this. And it was one of those things where it was like 20 side quests that literally only exist if you go and search them out, type deal. So I had to go and find this random guy out randomly somewhere in the lost fucking woods and talk to him like a multiple amount of times for him to be like, oh, by the way, I see you have a handle and I think I might have a piece of the blade that fits to that, but I'll give it to you if you go ground my chickens up and shit like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So yeah. So yeah, usually I won't do that. I can't really think of any other game I've done that for here recently besides games that are considered like wiki games. So like Stardew,
Yeah.
for
So
instance.
Stardew. Yeah.
Minecraft would be another one. Is definitely
Mm-hmm.
considered a wiki game.
Astroneer is probably another one you've done that
Yeah,
for.
I'd say. Well, I haven't done it for Astroneer, but I would definitely say Astroneer is definitely a wiki game.
Yeah.
Um, and then I did look up something on Vagante, but that was more because I thought the game was fucked up, and I found out that it was. Yeah, it's the last
Vindicated.
class that you can unlock
Mm-hmm.
when you hit level 18 is random, and then there's another one right after that called Ranger. So whenever I unlocked random, I would click random, and no matter where I clicked at random, a guy would jump out with a dog, and I was like, I don't get it. And it comes to find out that at the last second, after they had already released the game, they wanted to change that to Houndmaster, but they didn't change the level unlock names. So once
Uh,
you unlock Ranger, random then turns to Houndmaster, and then Ranger turns to random. Yeah. There is no Ranger class. Because you already have the
okay.
first one, which was like Thief or whatever it was, that already had a Rogue, that already had the bow and arrow. So there is no Ranger class. Ranger was something they were going to put in the game. And they're like, well, we already have that. Let's do something else. So then they created Houndmaster, but they renamed it. And it shows the name. It shows a little symbol of the fucking dog and shit and everything. But they forgot to rename it during the unlocking steps. They only renamed it once you have it done. And it's considered to be the last class. But it's not. you get it right before you get the last class because that's when you unlock random, and the game doesn't know what to do because you don't have all the characters yet. So it automatically gives you the Hound because it doesn't have all the characters to go from random yet. And then whenever you unlock Ranger, which doesn't exist, and it's like, okay, now he has all the characters, now you can have random.
Happening from the game's perspective is the game's like, oh shit, and you're clicking a button and it's like, stop clicking the damn button and play, and then the button will work, and you're like, no, it's broken. Yeah,
I was very confused. I was like, I don't know if it means like I'm gonna randomly get like an animal, or I'm randomly not gonna get an animal, or the animal might be random, but I just keep getting this dog and this fucking or this dog and this fucking guy, and I don't know what the hell's happening here. Which brings me to the second thing.
It's definitely not random.
Which brings me to a second funny thing, because I also loaded up Final Fantasy II just to see what it looked like, and it pre-names your characters. You can rename them, and the fucking guy, I don't know who he is, but he's the third guy. His name is literally Guy. Yep. It's like Arion and Maria, and then Guy. Mm-hmm. I was like, why, Square Enix? Fucking why? Like, was this necessary? Was this really necessary? So,
that is a real name. People look at their tiny baby boys and they go, I'm going to call you Guy. The most generic dude name in history. And then guys go through their whole life as Guy.
So, I'm glad you brought that up.
Gotta be weird.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. So, check it out, right? So, I was talking about the fact that I want to name my son Cloud, right? So let's say I'm having a baby and I'm going to name my son Cloud, right? If I'm going to have a son, right? I kid you not. I don't normally do these shout outs, but we will. Our awesome viewer Shamal decided he was going to show up in my stream that night. And I thought out of everybody he would have my back. He fucking didn't. He literally said, "Don't you dare do that to that baby boy." Now, before you keep fucking parading, I got him on my side eventually.
No!
Eventually I did. Because I said, dude, think about it. We name kids Rain and Stormy. Like, come on.
No.
There's worse fucking names.
Shamal, you had to hold your ground, man.
He finally came around to my side. But to be fair, his exact words were, well, I guess Cloud isn't the worst name the kid could have. Which that's fair.
Is that how he came around?
Yeah, that's how he came around. Exactly. Because we started talking about Elon Musk's kid. Yeah.
I was going to go for Adolf probably being one of the ones that you should just like hardcore avoid. But yeah, whatever. I don't even know. How do you pronounce that name?
I don't know. I just literally say it how it looks, where it's like AEX23 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, AAX23 or 12. And they have to, by California law, you're not allowed to have numbers in a name. And so they have to remove the 12 from it.
That sucks.
Yeah. I'm sure they're very upset.
For all we know, it was like some secret answer to like an equation for the fucking formula for coronavirus, and now California's just fucked it up.
Weirdly conspiratorial.
I don't know. I just wanted to throw something out there.
I did not see that coming.
Look, we had for those of you, it will come out later, but we recorded the fucking Final Fantasy review show, right? And I had to get all my conspiracy theory shit out during that.
FYI, everybody, go watch it and watch our faces. Because the moment he's like, hear me out on this shit, everybody gets a like, I'm sensing bullshit, but I don't want to tell him kind of face on.
It was fun. It was fun. I was excited. That went really well.
The problem is, I've gotten that, like, I don't believe you and I don't think you're reading the room right and I think you're being a little crazy right now, but you know what? It's fine. You just be crazy. And then you've turned out to be right. And that's happened enough times at this point that I actually give some validity to the nonsense that you sometimes agree with. And I'm just like, he's right more often than he's not, but this sounds like bullshit. So I don't know where I land on all that right now.
I will say this. I can halfway say this. So back when we were doing the whole Game of Thrones thing, we had an episode that came out, and it was a conversation we had before the episode where I had said that a certain character was going to be crazy, and I got called crazy for saying that character was going to go crazy by both Kelsey and Bree at the time. When it finally did, I want you to know, I haven't told you this yet, but I literally was like, fuck you, Kelsey. Like, as soon as it happened, I was like, I was right. Fuck.
You know who else was right from that particular review show? When you said, who's going to be king or queen? Who's going to sit on the Iron Throne? And I said, it's going to be somebody that has been right next to the spotlight, but not any of the main characters. And you went, you're fucking wrong. And who was
so
right?
Dumb. That was so dumb.
Who was right on that one?
It's funny because I hate whenever I like talk about that show now because like I was sitting there looking. So obviously you guys will fucking see it soon. I'm super fucking pumped about it. But Monday, it was supposed to be Friday, but now it's fucking Monday somehow. My fucking chair is gonna get here, my gaming chair, and I really wanted to get the Winterfell one because it looks so awesome. And I was like, but I don't have pride for the show anymore. Like, I've even put away my Jon Snow and Ghost and Sam Pops. Like, I've finally put them back in their box and, like, replaced them with, like, my Deku and stuff like that. So I'm like, I just don't, I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. That show is so good. And now whenever I talk to people, because I still talk to people that have never seen it before, they're like, do you think I should watch it? And I was like, I'll say this. Game of Thrones is an amazing 7-season show. And they're like, well, I thought it had 8 seasons. As I said, Game of Thrones is an amazing 7-season show.
Stop.
Then your imagination can go wild. You can just think whatever the fuck happened. You can be like, oh, I guess maybe Jon Snow did sit on the throne at the end. I don't know. But if you go looking for the answer, you're not going to fucking like it. Everything about that fucking last season was fucking terrible. Every single part of it. Honestly, I wasn't really too happy with the 7th season because the 7th season where they did the fight with the Night King, right? Or was it 8?
The fight with the Night King?
Yeah, that when it all came down to. That was the last one, right?
Where everybody went above the wall over the course of like one episode. And
yeah.
It's just 5 minutes. Everybody suddenly over there. Yeah.
Was that season 7?
That's when that happened. That's season 7.
That fucking sucked. I mean, I am not the person that's on the side of the fence of like, I hate that Arya killed him. I could care less about that. That doesn't bother me. Arya is a trained badass. But you can't have literally the big baddie of the entire show from like day fucking 1 get killed in one fucking episode and to also not fight the person who we thought was going to fight him the entire time. Jon Snow didn't even have to fucking kill him. They could have been fighting and Arya jumped from a fucking tree and landed on him and stabbed him and I would have been completely satisfied. But for Jon to not even get a chance to clash swords with him, I was like, get the fuck out of here. You botched the shit out of that. Not even close. That was so terrible. So terrible. Arya dropping the dagger and stabbing him was cool as fuck. Don't get me wrong. That was awesome. But it still could have been done where, like, him and Jon were fighting, and he knocks fucking Longclaw dead out of Jon's hand, and then, like, fucking slices Jon across the chest where he, like, falls down and takes a knee, and then Arya jumps out, and he turns around and grabs Arya, and you're like, oh, Arya's gonna save Jon, and he grabs her, and then you're like, oh, fuck, and then she drops the knife and stabs him just like she did. That would have been way fucking better than what happened. Who gave a shit about the 5-minute Theon Greyjoy, I'm gonna fucking run at this guy with a spear? Nobody! Fucking nobody. That was so stupid.
I hated that.
Fucking A. They tried so hard to turn him back into everybody's favorite character, and it wasn't happening, Captain. Wasn't happening. Nobody likes Theon. Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope. Theon was the shit. See, I actually... So, 2 things. A, what killed me for that show was talking to Cody. When Cody was like, Cersei was right. She didn't have to do anything. She didn't have to mobilize anybody. Betraying them was the right call. They took out the Night King and now they're coming for her. Cersei was right. And I was like, oh God, like if that's the narrative of like the big baddie that you have been building up since season 1, if the answer to that is Cersei was right, you fucked up. That's thing 1. Thing 2, I actually tried to go back and just kind of do what you do with The Office and just watch up to the point where I'm enjoying it and then stop. Couldn't. Fucking couldn't. And I've done that with other shows, and so I was like, oh, there's something about this that has been quintessentially like broken for me. Like at the core. I will not ever watch this again.
Well, that's the thing that sucks for me. It's like I love wolves. Like I love wolves. That's like one of my that's my goddamn spirit animal. I fucking love wolves. Like fucking Cloud and Avid Children. His whole gear is all about a wolf and shit. And it's all over the fucking place. Like I love wolves. And I literally love the fucking Stark banner. It looks so goddamn cool. And now I'm just like, I can't. I can't. I fucking can't, man. I can't. Like right now, my coaster is literally one of that fucking T-shirt that I got that I showed you with the wolf symbol. That's what I'm talking about with Cloud's wolf. The cloudy wolf is what it's called.
Yeah.
I literally have that as a fucking coaster on my desk. Like I love wolves, fucking badass. And then it's just like, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it. They screwed
Been
me
out
of
for over a
Bullshit.
year, so we're not gonna even say spoilers for any of what we
Yeah,
just said.
I don't give a shit about that. But fucking, oh my god, I wanted that chair so bad. But at the same time, I was also like, it's also white though, and I really don't want to get a chair that's white that I'm gonna be sitting in for multiple fucking hours a day. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Super stupid thing. When there's inconvenience, if I'm trying to buy something for me and it's expensive, I will like find a way to like wheedle out of spending the money because I'm just like, no, I shouldn't spend that much money on me. We could spend it for something better. Like, it's stupid. And I'm so crazy lucky that I married the person that I married because he hears that and he's like, that's bullshit. We're going to spend money on you because you deserve to have money spent on you. Don't talk to me like that again. Like, moves on.
I love Scott. He's great.
Husband.
That's exactly how I am too. I love that. Like it's so much where it's like literally fucking, oh, I want this, but I don't know. And then it's like, but we have the money for it. Like why wouldn't you do it? Like I mean, are you gonna wait for a better time? Because it's never gonna happen. Like money's gonna constantly come and go. Right now we have it, and we're able to function with you buying this. Just fucking get it. Like that is exactly how I am. 100% how I am.
Full for me to be married to somebody who does that because it makes sure that I don't always get myself the shittiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we built my computer, I like put him in charge of that because I was like, if I'm in charge of this, we're gonna get the shittiest option of everything, and we can't.
Kelsey's
I know we can't do that. But I can't be trusted.
Shittiest computer in America. I said Kelsey's computer would have been shittiest computer in America. Brand new shittiest computer in America.
Brand new shittiest computer ever. So I put him in charge of that, which was exactly the right call. Well, I just got a new desk chair. I did this because Scott was sitting on a horrible one that literally was like had metal. He was sitting on metal, basically. It had degraded over years. And I was sitting on one that was secondhand and over 10 years old and just like ancient. And we got this one. This one's super comfortable, but the place that's close only had it in white. And I was like, oh, it's going to look horrible, and I know it's going to look horrible, but I guess it doesn't matter. Like, nobody's going to really see it, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. And, like, the person, Scott, was just like, what the hell? And so he's like, do any of the surrounding Office Depots have this? And they're like, oh, yeah, they have it in black, like 45 minutes away. And I was like, oh, no, that'll be inconvenient. We'll have to go drive and get it. And Scott's like, no, we're going to go on a trip to that place tomorrow.
That is
to buy
literally
this.
the same shit I do.
Out.
Yes, I'm so happy Scott's like that.
So
That's
thankful.
Awesome.
So now I have a wonderful black chair that I'm super happy with that he built for me and put it all together so it'd be done correctly. And it's like, thank you for like just grabbing my weakness and being like, this is stupid and I'm going to override it. And I was like, thank you.
So for some reason it says that my chair is going to be here Monday, but the original estimated date I got was Friday. It's in Chicago right now. So it's like, I highly doubt it's going to come to Madison and then just not get delivered over the weekend. So I'm literally going to be calling them Friday the moment it says it's there. And I'm like, is there any way I can come pick it up? Like, is that an option? Like, if I can come pick it up, I'll just come pick it up. Like, I literally will do that. Like, my fucking laptop that I fucking bought, I kid you not, I fucking had to order it because they were out at both the Best Buys near me. And then the order itself was supposed to come through on a Wednesday. And instead, it ended up getting changed literally the day of that it wouldn't come in for like a week and a half. So I called and I was like, look, so there's this Best Buy in Janesville, right? Which is like 58-minute drive for me. And I was like, is there any way they have 4 of them? Can you have them put one aside and I just go pick it up? And they're like, oh yeah, absolutely. You sure you want to do that? And I was like, yes, I do. Absolutely I do. And that's the way I look at it too.
We'll have it
road trip. Hours. Exactly. That's the way I look at it. Road trip. So then it's like, all right, cool. Now I get to go on a road trip, drive all the way down there, fucking just hang out, and then fucking grab the fucking computer and bring it back. Boom, done. So I am the exact same way. Exact same way.
I am very grateful that people like you exist because it keeps people like me from just living in squalor our whole life.
That's fair.
Because we're stingy. I don't know. Some of it's stingy, but most of it's like, there are better things and I can build up a rainy day fund for when I really need it. And do I really need this? And like the few times I've been confident, been like, I will spend money on me. Like I've declared it to the house and Scott's been like, cool. go do that. And I'm like, I am buying a Steam game I don't need. He's like, cool. Have fun with that. Let me know how it is. I'm like, this feels like a bigger deal. And he's like, it doesn't need to be.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't know. That's the way I look at money. It's like at the end of the day, if all my bills are going to get paid, and I can afford to do something sweet. Like fucking one time I literally went into Mike's channel and he was sitting there talking about the fact that he was about to hit his next sub goal and get a fucking emote. And I was like, well, how many subs are you at? And he's like, 5. And I was like, oh, sweet. And so I just dropped 5 gifted subs, which is $5 a sub. And he's like, holy shit, bro, you didn't have to do that. And I was like, it was one of those situations where I was like, I had the money. Like, fuck it, you know?
I'm willing to help you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right? It's like now he unlocked that. He got a new fucking emote. And even if he goes below that, because I'm obviously not going to re-gift those subs every fucking month. But even if he goes below that, he still gets to keep that emote because he unlocked it. Like, he officially owns that now. I was like, that's sweet. So, yeah, I don't know. I've always been like that. I mean, as far as like my childhood, I mean, I know my parents got us like a lot of new shit. But whenever I got older, and because I moved out at a very young age, like it was more of an aspect. Well, I say very young. I moved out at 18, but today's day, I feel like that's a young age for the generation that we have now. Yeah, it was a lot harder to get new shit, and so I got really into the fact that anything that I bought, I immediately had a lot of pride in it because I bought it. It didn't have to be new, but I bought it. So like, this is mine. And then it got to the point where it's like, now I'm making money. And so now I'm like, fuck it. I'm actually going to buy all new shit. Like all of it. Like everything I was looking up on fucking like upgrade my computer with all my HyperX shit. It was like, do you want the used one or the new one? New. Do you want the used one or the new one? New. Do you want the used one? New. Like I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, fuck it, man. If I've got the money, I'm going to do it. And I'm still smart about it. My bills still get fucking paid on time. I'm fucking good to go. And I got, some money in fucking savings and money in my checking for once in my life. I'm a responsible adult. I'm happy about that. So
yes, continue to be a responsible adult. There's something that you're saying. My little accountant heart is going, oh god, and then I'm like, Chris can manage his money and be fine on his own. You do not need to mother Chris.
It's great.
He does not need your mothering.
It's great. Like I said, I got me a fucking place with like all my fucking bills and everything together. I can completely pay for it by myself. Done. So
isn't that like one of those really rewarding feelings about being an adult?
Oh
like,
God, yes. God, yes. Oh man, I make roughly like, not that I really care to talk about finance, it doesn't really bother me. I make roughly about like 2,325 a month, and my overall like cost of living to stay in this place is like 1,800. Boom, done. And that doesn't include my commissions. That's literally just my base salary. I make commissions every single month, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, because you're the most competitive person in existence.
Oh man, I love it. I fucking love it. Oh man, like today we were doing our daily management, and I was like, okay, where am I at on the scoreboard? What do I need to do by the end of this week to make sure I secure first place and stay there? And it's great too because I got this other coworker who was in a different role, and now he's in the same role that I am, and he's like I am, 100%. So like we're constantly talking trash. And the other DM, we were sitting there talking, and I was like, one of the things that we do is send out account reviews. So we talk to our customers, go over their account a little bit, and see like where we can kind of add a little bit more value. And we do them once a year. And I was like, yeah, I sent out 16 account reviews because my manager's always like, make sure you tell me one positive. What was one win you did today while we're at our daily management? So we all go over one win. I was like, yeah, I got my 16 account reviews done today. And my manager's like, oh yeah, awesome. And he's got to my other coworker, and he's like, how many did you get? And he's like, yeah, I got 14. I was like, hold on, wait. You got how many? He's like, 14. I was like, haha, suck it, 2 less than me. And he's like, next week I'm gonna have to kick it up to 18, so that way Chris is back nipping at my heels again. And I was like, you fucking wish. So it's fucking awesome. Yeah, we go back and forth all the time. I'll never forget, we were in the office and I had said something, and he literally said, man, this is weird. I'm used to being the cocky one. And I was all like, move aside, bitch. There's a new king in this office.
Oh God.
Oh man.
It's not. Some people are either born for sales or they are not. You are born for sales.
I fucking love it.
Where you belong in life.
Oh, it's so much goddamn fun. I enjoy the shit out of it, especially whenever I have something like this, because like I physically can't take money away from him. I physically can't. He physically can't take money away from me. So we have no reason to be competitive, besides the fact that we just want to be competitive. Like, we have zero reason to do it.
That's where it's healthy.
Exactly.
That is where it's healthy, because if you were taking things away from each other, eventually it would get bad. It'd get dark and mean and like not good. And so the fact that you guys are able to be competitive and also able to be like supportive and encouraging because your success does not mean his failure, that's wonderful.
Yep, exactly. 100%. Oh man, but
putting a silver lining on this, just you try to stop me.
But it's funny because my manager, he's all like, dude, he literally said, I hope that with him coming to the team, that you and him can kind of bring about that kind of like liveliness amongst the rest of the team. And he was sitting there talking, and he was comparing numbers to something one day, and he's like, better watch out, because if Chris passes, he's gonna start talking shit. And Josh's like, me and Chris have literally been texting each other the entire fucking time. Like, talking shit. We'll be in a meeting. We'll literally be texting because we're all fucking remote now. And we'll literally be texting each other. And I'll be like, what? You got one less lead than I did? You fucking suck, dude. He's like, yeah, but look how many agreements I closed. And I was like, psh, it's at the beginning of the week. Get out of here. So I don't want to hear that, dude. You wait till the end of the month. Then we'll talk numbers. We do this shit all the time. It's fucking great.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, we go back and forth all the time. He's a cool guy. Oh man, but yeah, new shit. I'm thinking about getting me a Stream Deck. I know you don't know what that is, but I'm thinking about it.
Not a damn clue.
I'm thinking about it. You don't want to know what it is because the accountant in you is just gonna be like, Chris, it's something you don't need, but I'm thinking about it. But it is one of those situations.
Well, then the accountant that you know is going to tell you, don't do this. It's something you don't need.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you.
Don't do it, Chris.
I'm most likely going to do it. So, yep.
Are you doing it because I told you not to? Is this a defiance thing?
It could be. It could have 100% be. I mean, I want one. Don't get me wrong. It's not crazy expensive. It's not like 150, but it's not crazy expensive.
What does it allow you to do?
Well, I want to get the 15 button one versus the smaller one, and I'm not getting the maximum one. The maximum one's like 36 buttons. But it's one of those things where it's like you can hotkey stuff to it for your stream, so that way I can automatically shoot stuff over through my stream while I'm streaming without having to like stop the stream like midstream and then go do what I need to do and then come back to the stream and pause the game. Yeah, it's just all at my fingertips. So it's like a big ass like number pad that's just gonna sit next to me glowing. You can even set fucking GIFs and shit up right there, and you can click the fucking. And the cool part is that it actually shows the GIF on the button. Like the buttons actually show like video of the gift and stuff.
Sounds super useful.
Yeah, and you just
like it'll improve the quality of your stream significantly.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like all the top streamers have one for sure.
Yeah, no, go get this thing.
Yeah. So
if you're serious about streaming and that's what you want to continue doing with your time, like absolutely go get this thing.
I've gotten pretty fucking into it. I'm really trying to fucking kick it off. That's for sure. I'm enjoying it. It's been really, really fun. And I do want to take just a quick second here to just thank the people from the Dead Funding community who's come to my stream and has shown love. It's been awesome fucking staying up late with you guys fucking chatting, and it's great because every one of you try to act like you know what's best for me. So you're like, oh, Chris, man, make sure you're getting some sleep. Oh, Chris, you shouldn't be up this late. It's great. I love you guys. You're awesome. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun with everybody. Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it, especially now that I'm about to start my Final Fantasy journey. So I'm super fucking pumped. But yeah, I just sent you a picture. That's Mike's so far. So the pictures that you can see that have like Goku in them in the buttons, he set those. Those are gifts that he'll have to just shoot across his fucking stream. It looks like shit because obviously the camera makes the thing look like it has bars through it. It looks a lot more cleaner than that, but the images. But yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And it's just going to sit right there next to me and I can just pop them. Done. I literally have like
things like that exist. That's really cool.
Right? Just have like Cloud just show up out of nowhere on my screen. Just, good to go. Man, oh man. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. I was really upset about the review show that we did with the talking about the Final Fantasy because now it just makes me like, oh, God, I'm ready for part 2. Like, God damn it. Like... So red.
I mean, I knew you were gonna hit that pretty fast after you finished the game.
Oh so yeah, it was literally at the moment it fit. Especially with the ending. As soon as I saw Zach was alive, I was like, okay, where's part 2 at? Like, I need closure. I need closure. Let me know what the fuck is happening right now.
Literally jumped up and down when Zach survived.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Well.
I was like, Chris is gonna be pissed, but I'm really excited. Let's go. My poor husband was trying to watch a show, and I was literally jumping up and down. Poor man. Worry about my husband every now and then, guys. He has to live with me.
I just wish you could have been here whenever I fucking saw Kate Sith while the fucking rubble was falling down. I got so goddamn excited. I was so fucking happy. Oh my god, the people that were here with me were all like, that's... You do see what else is going on right now, right? Like, thousands of people are dying. And I was just like, but Kate Sith, though! Look at him!
That was one, like, there are a couple of moments where, like, the music wasn't quite right for what was going on. The primary one is after the plate falls and you're going back to Sector 5 to check on Marlene. You go through Wall Market and you get that, like, chippery little Wall Market tune, and it's like, we just saw thousands of people die. Like, now is not the time for, like, chippery, let's spend our gambling money. Like, no, now is the time for solemnity. Please bring it back a notch.
Well, that's the funny part about that, too, is because whenever you go through Wall Market during the daytime, after the wreckage, if you go to the jukebox, it's all the way to the left, there's that little girl that you helped out to find the cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wants you to go find music to cheer everybody up.
Yeah. That was a very cute one.
I have not beaten that quest yet. I don't know if you did or not. I have not.
Oh.
I had like 20 fucking different music discs, and I threw them all in there, and each one of them, she was like, nope, nope, nope. I was like, how do you not like Hip Hop Chocobo? All right? This song
asked the exact same question.
They
they are not music discs that you can get until after the quest has begun.
God damn it. Okay. That was
so you now have to go find those music discs to get them.
Yeah, because I'd hit Hip Hop Chocobo, and I was just like, how? I literally, every time I get in somewhere where I can change the jukebox, it immediately goes to Hip Hop Chocobo. Every time. I fucking love that one. It's so great. That, and then the fucking push, or the lunch music in the gym. I love that. It's so good. Although, when you're out on the highway with the robot arms, the little, like, hyper techno mix that they play of that battle song there is so good. So good. I could listen to this all day.
And that specifically is the one that I'm talking about being inappropriate for having just watched a bunch of people die.
It's so good. It's so good. So good. Oh my god.
Yes, all those dead people, I'm sure, just want me to listen to neat music, and will be totally fine with me jamming to that.
So good. It literally, that song alone made me want to buy the fucking soundtrack. I got put on the waiting list for that. I'm super pumped about it. It looks so good, Kelsey. The case for it. Oh god, it's fucking 10-disc soundtrack. It's fucking awesome. It looks so cool. It comes in a fucking Buster Blade case. It looks so good. Oh my god. It's not a bad price either. I think it's like $40. It's not bad. I'm super pumped for it, obviously.
Whatever makes you happy, bro.
It does. It does. I got a pre-order. I pre-ordered my polygons. Those don't get released until August. So I'm super pumped for those to get here. And I found out what the mysterious character is. It's Cloud in a dress. Yep, the mysterious character is Cloud in a dress. Super pumped about that. So you get Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, Red 13, Sephiroth, Reno, and Cloud in a dress. Super pumped. So I got my polygons ordered, and then I need to order the Tifa Play Arts figure as well, because she's out now. I want her. Well, she's not out now. Her, Barrett, and Aerith all release in November. So I'll get all of them, but when I actually I'll put it this way. I have to make a certain amount of money on my commissions for me to buy a statue. That way I'm responsible.
That's because how you
I do have other urgent things that are slowly starting to pop up in my life that are a little bit more important than me and my collectibles. I do realize that. So
food.
I have 100% was like, okay, if I make above this amount on my commissions, this much of it can be spent on fun, because at least this much is going to savings and being put back for stuff that I want, like the house that I'm planning on moving into at the end of this year. So yeah, I'm being responsible.
Good. You're saying all the words that the accountant wants to hear. Like, good.
I found me this really nice house that I want. It's 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, and like I literally would be paying like $700 more a month. It's not bad.
For a ton of space.
Yeah, a house. The yard is gigantic. It's in the city limits. It's not like it's out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. It's literally like 5 minutes away from where I'm at now, if that. So, and I literally live like right next to the fucking mall. So, yeah, pretty fucking stoked. That's the one I'm looking for, or looking at the most right now. I found like, I think 3 of them over there that I was like, oh yeah, because like I live right next to a really, really rich neighborhood, like really, really rich neighborhood. And I was like, oh yeah, let me look at the houses over here. And they're all like 800,000. And I was like, it's a bit steep, my dude. That's a bit steep. And then I found this one and it's, I think, 315. And I was like,
that's much more reasonable.
Way more reasonable and way more in my price range. So, yeah. Yeah, because I had to have my rooms, you know. I got to have one room that's dedicated to just my cloud collectibles, one that's just dedicated to Tifa. My recording studio. That's a room you wouldn't want to enter.
I don't want to go in that room. I immediately know I don't want to go in.
That'd be Chris's favorite room.
Uh.
My mom got so mad at me because I sent her this picture of Tifa. And I was trying to send her the remade picture of Tifa on top of the well, like, you know, the fucking fan art one. Or not the fan art, but the one actually made
something pornographic, didn't you?
Maybe. They were right next to each other, and she was like, I did not want to see this. And I was like, you're welcome. That's all I had to say at that point. I was, you're welcome. She looked good, though. Tifa's bae. I'm sorry. Tifa is bae. She's the best.
But the rest of us don't need to see the bits of Tifa you want to see.
That was something that came up. That was something that came up during my stream. We were all talking about like what we would name our kids if we had kids, and they asked what girl from Final Fantasy would I name if I had a daughter, and I was like, I can't name my daughter anything from Final Fantasy, and they're all like, well, that makes no sense. You're saying that your son's good enough to get a name from your favorite game, but your daughter's not. I was like, well, don't take it that way. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, and I think I'm very justified by saying this, is that I cannot name my daughter after someone that I am sexually attracted to. It doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? That's pretty valid.
You put it that way. Did they agree with you?
Oh yeah, they 100% were like, I didn't even think about it that way. I was like, you know what I mean? It's like I literally have went through like the majority of my life going, I'm so sexually attracted to Tifa. Like if Tifa was real, and then if I was to name my daughter Tifa, it'd be so fucking weird. I would literally for the rest of my life, I would never be able to say I was sexually attracted to Tifa. I would just not, because my daughter's name is Tifa. I wouldn't be able to do that. I literally would not be able to do that. So I was like, nope. If I've ever seen like a video game character and I was like, oh yeah, she's hot, no, daughter can't have that name. Just can't. No,
immediately no.
Yep, exactly. Luckily,
right,
everybody agrees. There you go. I've never once looked at Princess Peach. It's like, yeah, Peach can get it. Nope, it's never happened. It's never once happened. Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah. But they got it. So I was like, okay, cool. Everybody at least agrees with me. So we're all in agreement. All right, sweet. Oh, my gosh. That's fucking funny. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, folks. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, turn on the notification. That way you get notified every time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and things that you want to talk about, whether you love Game of Thrones, which let's be real, you didn't, you know, things like that. You know, we're more than happy to jump in those comments and have conversations with you. Don't forget to hit us up on the Twitches and the Twitters, because we do play games down there, and we also have a direct form of communication that way. Most of us that are doing stuff like streaming, we also have like our own separate Discords, and that's another way that you could join in there too. Who knows, maybe Dead Funny might have his own Discord. We never know. Once again, something that you can ask for in the comment section below. But at the end of this, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.